The second pillar of great communication is talking in terms of the priorities of others. We discussed earlier that we are all hardwired to act in our own best interests and that each of us are seeking psychological comfort. According to author and thought leader Robert Greene in his amazing book, The Laws of Human Nature, humans are looking to have their own self-opinion validated. All these facts lead us to the conclusion that it is imperative that after we seek the thoughts and opinions of others in Pillar 1, next we must ensure we talk in terms of what the other person views as a priority in their life. Each of us craves to feel safe, to forge trust. Talking in terms of the priorities, challenges, friction points, and pain points of others allows them to feel safe. Let's take a second and further explain what priorities are. Priorities for individuals are things such as their challenges, their pain points, the things that give them great joy and pride, as well as their challenges they're attempting to overcome or persevere through life. They are things both material as well as immaterial that drive their behaviors in the present and the future. They're the motivations from their past. In general, when you ask open-ended questions, people will share their current challenges, priorities, and pain points with you in response. As simple as this sounds, it's very challenging to do because we want to continually share and talk in terms of what's important to us in our own continual search for acceptance and understanding, as well as validation, in our drive to feel safe and have our own psychological comfort. For example, I was once working on a Russian spy recruitment case of a Russian intelligence officer that was stationed in New York. This Russian spy had priorities of providing safety and psychological comfort for his family. At the very beginning of every meeting, he would always have questions about the status of college applications for his child and medical insurance for him and his family before any operational questions could begin. Much of the conversation was also spent around his disdain for Vladimir Putin and the other oligarchs that had ruined his country in his and his family's eyes. Additionally, every week elaborate plans were put in place to ensure his safety, both for him and his family, to travel to our safe house where we could have interactions and debriefings about U.S. national security. Another conversation with implications less critical than national security might include talking to a friend or neighbor about their current challenges, priorities, and dealings in their own life. Seeking the thoughts and opinions of others' challenges that they're currently dealing with is a great way to understand their issues and concerns from their perspective. In the end, we are all always most focused on providing safety and psychological comfort for ourselves and those we care most about. Talk in terms of those topics, be a resource for that person, and you will forge great trust. So here's an exercise for you to try. Whether in an email, a text, or in person, ask someone what they have been up to recently. Follow up with a question about what kind of challenges they faced while pursuing that priority. Focus on the content of what the person is saying. Be and remain curious with the information they provide, and most importantly, suspend your ego, your need to judge, and keep exploring.